We will be doing our meditation, connecting with the spirit of the witch's prayer to Hekate. I have a copy of the second edition of Keeping Her Keys that's just been released here late in 2024. So I'll invite you now just to soften your gaze, close your eyes if that's comfortable, and let's just open up to the spirit of this prayer that I wrote so very long ago that completely unexpectedly has become important for so many people. It was truly a channeled prayer. I'll never forget the morning that I flew out of bed, and I often receive these downloads while I'm sleeping. And so I will fly out of bed early in the morning and scribble on the whiteboards or in my notebook. And this prayer came through almost as is. There was very little revision that went on afterwards. And I was so moved by the prayer and surprised by the prayer, and I'm happy to share it with you. So let's just begin the process of opening up, becoming aware of your breath. Stretching out your roots deep into the earth. Really feeling that energy of chthonic, which means of the earth. One of the most iconic aspects of Hekate, or chthonic aspects. You know, and we always say we need to get grounded when we're feeling a little bit unconnected, untethered. So really grounding into that earth, really letting those roots stretch down, solidifying your position, you know, that steadiness of chthonic. See those roots as a two-way channel. One direction, the outflow, is anything that you need to let go of. Checking in here to see what bubbles to the surface of your personal cauldron that needs to go. Seeing whatever that is slide into those roots and just go down into the realm of chthonic, where it may be repurposed and experience rebirth. Now let's draw up from chthonic, the richness of the deep earth, all the nutrients, all the web of connectivity. For a deity to be assigned as chthonic in ancient Greece and before that, and also in Rome, it meant also not just that they were of the earth and connected to the underworld. And the underworld, of course, was a place of spirits, the realm of Persephone and Hades, Hecate, of course, had unique privileges like Hermes that they could come and go from the underworld, the middle world, and the upper world. But to them, the underworld was also the place of riches because they had stored their grain and so on would be stored underground. So there is a richness, there is a nourishment of the chthonic. Now bring your attention and your breath to your solar plexus, the heart center. And when you exhale here, you open that heart. Now, this is our physical representation of the crossroads between who we are on the insides, how we present to the world in all things external, such as our relationships, our work, our experiences, the things we do. So it maps onto actions. And something we really love to work with here is an open, soft heart so that we are leading with kindness in this world, which needs it so badly. And also the strength of the spine as emblematic of our own resilience and fortitude and ability to get shit done. And the heart and the root, now that they are unlocked and open and stretching out to each other, they come into alignment, actions, and the emotions, intuition of that root or lower self, so that there's a convergence here. And finally, let's work on our crown. The lower stages of the crown are associated with the everyday mind, our thoughts, beliefs, attitudes. But it stretches up to the celestial, to the wisdom of the planets and the moon and the sun and beyond, the greater, higher order, and also our higher self, the unborn self, the self that sees us living this life we're living, that self. And our crown becomes branches and stretches way up to the celestial and also opens that higher self vision. We often call it the third eye. And let's bring the crown and the heart and the root together into that natural attunement so that the wisdom of the higher self and Hekate, Kleidokus, keeper of the cosmic keys, also Hekate, Urania or Astrodia, both to do with the stars and the celestial, maps onto Hekate and Nodia, the crossroads journey, and Chthonic, and we create that state of harmony within and opening up to these three aspects of Hecate, the down below, the all around, and the up above. Of course, we know Hecate is the triple goddess who does govern land, sea, and sky, the three realms, the three cells. Now, as we are in this state of alignment within and connection to the three worlds and to Hecate and her various triplicities, I'll read the witch's prayer to Hecate and just, you can recite the lines after me or just soak it up and just see this act, this invocation as an offering to her, as a symbol of our devotion as we follow her torches through our very crooked journey. Mighty Hekate, Queen of the Witches, blessed am I to call myself one of your chosen. Mighty Hekate, Queen of the Witches, you are both the dark and the light. You are the way, and you are the light along it. My queen, you hold the keys of all creation. Mighty Hekate, Queen of the Witches, I stand before you in this liminal space. That you created for us alone. Here in this place of the in-between, I feel the energy of the worlds. I see the vision of the past. Sorry, I see the vision of the future. I hold the wisdom of the past. Mighty Hekate, Queen of the Witches, you have bestowed upon me the power of the witch. Through the gifts of your sacred keys, I am the walker between the worlds, the spinner of the web of fate, the knower of your secrets, the student of your mysteries, the giver of your healing. Mighty Hekate, Queen of the Witches, my journey is a blessed one. Each key you give me unlocks great power. Grateful I am for all your keys. The key of acceptance for that which I cannot change. The key of courage to overcome adversity. The key of compassion for myself and others. The key of pain through which I discovered my own strength. The key of suffering in which I found healing. The key of peace that brings me contentment. The key of wisdom so that I may live a life of truth. Mighty Hekate, Queen of the Witches, my witch's journey is a blessing. Through the darkness of the underworld, up to the heights of the heavens, and the balance of everyday life. Through all situations, I honor you. In all ways, I honor you. For all time, eternal Queen, I honor you. Hail Hekate, this has been a reading of the Witch's Prayer to Hekate. Now let's begin to bring ourselves back into ourselves, back into everyday life, carrying forward the spirit of that prayer, feeling that alignment, noticing anything that comes up, taking a final breath. And when you are ready, open your eyes, wiggle around in your seat. And as always, I encourage you to jot down some notes or make a few sketches so you can return to the spirit and the experiences of the meditation later on.